Okay, so the final race up on the block now. It's the 140 stock class, and this race has always given us some explosive race action. Very, very tight and furious. On board with James Blackburn as well, so you'll just see just how tight and furious this race action goes. Also on board with Barry Prue as well. They're darting in between all the riders there. Not much room at all. Some of the riders getting up onto those rumble strips there. But at the front of the field, it's going to be 34 Jake Garrett. Ben Lord in second position. Look like Ben had just made the move through on the inside there. Very tight between that leading duo of riders there. Back on board with James Blackburn. So it is Ben Lord, Jake Garrett there. Then I think we've got 97 Jim Lavelle also in the mix there with them as well. Back on board with James Blackburn. You can see just how rough the track is as well down that part of the circuit. But, over the far side, Ben Lord, your race leader. In second position. Now I can tell you the championships, although we said it was Richie Turner down in second position and not out in this race. He's had that DNF mechanical problem. Oh, and Garin just going back into the lead there. Ben Lord has got a real scrap on his hand. Ben Lord just going back through on the inside. Nothing much between them at all there. Jim Lavelle also there. And Jim Lavelle goes round the outside of Ben Lord and he's pushing hard on our race leader Jake Garin already. So real fast and furious action at the front of the field. So Jake Garrett from Jim Lavelle, then Ben Lord, then Rob Cox there as well. But I can tell you the championship standings, it was Ben Lord leading the championship with 409 points. Richie Turner, as they not out in this race, with 376 points. Matthew Bolsover with 329 points. And there is Matthew Bolsover just in front of Blackburn and having a look over his shoulder just to see James Blackburn almost trying to steal the stickers off his bike. He was that close to him there. Well, putting his hand up to him. Obviously didn't realise James was so close there, as I nearly had that bit of contact there. Just acknowledging him there. Very sportsmanship. And in race one, it was Jake Garin taking the win from Jim Lavelle, number 97, and Rob Cox finishing third. So that brings you up to speed. We're back with that battle between Blackburn and Bolsover. Both riders just having a little look over at each other. Very, very close there. They're a little bit further back. That's the battle for 5th and 6th position. But we're with our first 4 riders at the moment. Let's have a look. I think we may have had a change now. It's going to be Jim Lavelle, then Garing, then Ben Lord, then Rob Cox. It is Jim Lavelle. Now your new race leader, number 97 at the front of the field. Jake Garin in second position. Ben Lord in third. Rob Cox in fourth. Then we've got a bit of a gap before that battle we've been watching with the onboard, which is James Blackburn and Matthew Bolsover. Jim Lavelle just starting to pull out slightly. Garin there in second place. Ben Lord in third. Rob Cox back on board with Blackburn. Well, Blackburn has managed to get past Matthew Bolsover. You can see there's quite a bit of a gap then before we get our leading bunch of riders in front of them. You can see the pack stretched out there, back marker just ahead of Garin there. They're working their way through the traffic already. Coming towards the closing stages of this one. Here they come. Quite a bit of back marker traffic at the moment, and this could really give us some fireworks because there is nothing much between. You can see Lavelle looking over his shoulders. You'll see Garin behind him, then Ben Lord. They're getting through the traffic nice and easy as they go down into that corner. Rob Cox as well, number 29, still staying with that battle. Barry Prue got a bit of a distant track. There's another rider just battling in front of him. Not much traffic for him to deal with though. Over the far side they go. Your race leader, Jim Lavelle, Jake Garin, Ben Lord. Working through a bit more traffic there. James Blackburn also having to deal with a bit of traffic now as well. He's still got Bolsover not far behind him. So he's going to cut through this traffic as quick as he can. Down through the inside, right up onto the strip he goes. James Blackburn just looking over his shoulder. But here comes our leading bunch of riders. Another back marker. Last lap board goes out for Jim Lavelle. Garin, and it is the checkers as there. It was the lap board was out for the back marker there. Well, celebrating there and congratulating each other on a great race there. And the official results, it was a win for Jim Lavelle. Jake Garin will take second. Ben Lord will take third.